Hi, I'm Sarah Sinek, and I got pregnant when I was 19, right out of high school, and the major thing that really bothered me was that I couldn't play college sports like I wanted to. I couldn't live out my dream, and a lot of anxiety hit me, like, oh my goodness, what are the people at the church gonna think of me? What is my friends gonna think of me? Like, everybody's gonna be disappointed. Some of the things that went through my mind were, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna afford this? How am I gonna go to school? How am I gonna work? And most of all, the anxiety of having to tell my parents was really hard. I found out about the pregnancy center through my fiance Brett. He looked it up online and said, like, okay, let's go here. So he picked me up one morning and came to the pregnancy place, and I didn't exactly know what to expect. I was like, okay, hopefully this isn't right. Hopefully I'm just sick with the flu or something. Happens to be that I was pregnant, and a lot of things that they did for me was switch me from getting an abortion to pro-life, and understanding that abortion isn't healthy for you. A lot of things that I remember is like them handing me out pamphlets and making sure that I had a personal relationship with Christ, and the pamphlets saying how to say you're pregnant to your parents, which is very hard and not something that everybody looks forward to.
We're on the porch, and I think we kind of discussed a little bit before they had came up. Of course, we kind of went, okay, well, I think this is what they're going to come tell us. You know, obviously, if the kids need to come talk to mom and dad, they're going to know that it's something obviously important.
They already had a clue that, oh, she's pregnant. They already guessed that.
Sarah and Brett came up to me, basically just telling me she was pregnant, and I'm glad she came and told us that she was pregnant and that they were expecting to have a child.
So we were all sobbing at tears, like, oh my goodness, like, how can this be right now? Like, you're so young, and why? It's like, what made you not want to come to us and ask us for help and stuff? And so it was a very harsh moment for me, because I should have trusted my parents more to tell them, hey, I'm pregnant, and I didn't. I was more afraid of them, and that's the worst thing you could do. If your parents were loving your whole life, you need to trust them and say, hey, I'm pregnant and I need help. They just started praying for me, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, they love me still, and they're accepting me, and they're accepting this baby, and they're ready to move on and see how beautiful she's gonna grow up and all the stages of life she's gonna be. Leah is 13 and a half months, and the first year went by so fast, but she has been such a joy to watch grow and a joy to take care of, and right now her personality is just peeking through, and it's so funny because she does these hilarious things. I couldn't ask for better grandparents for her. They are always so happy to come see her, and she just loves them to death. They just embrace her and they love her. It's her. She's their first grandchild, so it's been an adventure, and they're just loving every minute of it. If I were to meet a lady that just got out of high school, like I was, and walking in my same footsteps, I would say definitely go pro-life, because that baby inside you, for one, can be a blessing to you, for one, can be a blessing to thousands of people around you, because they're just so innocent, and they're so loving, and they're beautiful, and God made them perfect, and you just get this big smile on your face because she or he is yours. They're nobody else's, but they're yours, and you get to embrace all that love and that truth about them. And I'd also tell her about the MCPC, because it's just an awesome place, and they provide free testing, free sonograms, and they just accept you for who you are, and they know the struggles that you're going through, and they see tons of people day in and day out, and they want to help you. They just put your loving arms around you and say, you know what, you're not the only one, and you're never going to be the only one. And many people have done this, and they made it through just fine, and they look at life as a blessing.